Meaux, a city that has stood through wars, revolutions, and centuries of French history, from its medieval cathedral to its role in World War I. But beyond its monuments, Meaux also carries the warmth of a living city, one that's proud of its heritage and its famous Brie de Meaux. The Marne River, peaceful, timeless, and at the heart of Meaux. Few cities capture the essence of French charm quite like this one. Walking through the medieval streets, it's impossible not to notice what dominates the skyline. The Saint-Étienne Cathedral of Meaux, built over nearly 400 years. This Gothic masterpiece tells the story of the city's faith and resilience. Its towering spires, delicate stained glass, and intricate sculptures make it one of the most beautiful cathedrals in the Île-de-France region. After all that history, we were starving, so we crossed the Marne, dreaming of lunch at the famous Chipolette. No reservations, no table. So instead of fine dining, we ended up with the finest fast food in Parc de Bâtisse, which is the biggest park in Île-de-France. We then grabbed the city map highlighting the main spots and started with the Tour de Coutances, one of the few remaining medieval towers. Canal Cornillon is one of the oldest navigable canals in France. Here once stood the city's cavalry barracks. The beating heart of Meaux's old town, Place du Marché, with its 20th century church. Meaux's most curious landmark, this little cannonball which is left over from the Napoleonic Wars. On the other side of the river, the Tour du Guet appeared before reaching Église Saint-Nicolas. Our walk ended around Place Henri IV and the Ancien Palais de Justice. This isn't only a medieval defense structure, but also a training ground for crossbowmen. Not far away stood the Hôtel de la Sirène, a charming Renaissance house that's one of Meaux's oldest private buildings. Before continuing towards the Vieux Chapitre, a quiet cluster of ancient houses that once hosted Meaux's cathedral clergy. Following the path, we reached the Remparts Médiévaux, still standing alongside traces of an even older Gallo-Roman wall. The Monument Mort still honors those who fell in the Great Wars. And then to the Jardin Bossuet, a peaceful French-style garden named after the famous bishop and orator. But you can't end a visit to Meaux without tasting its most famous creation. Brie de Meaux has been made in the region for over 1,000 years, and it's still crafted largely by hand. It all begins with fresh cow's milk, a delicate process, and over the next 4 to 8 weeks, they develop that creamy texture and delicate white rind that make it so distinctive. And with that, hope to see you next time.